Hey dolls, happy to see you, happy to be here. This is Kisa, your favorite tarot reader, and I am here with a message today regarding the new moon in Leo for all signs. Well, we're gonna break the signs up today by the other stuff, but that's what we're reading for today. Before we get started, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, share this video. Let me know how things are going for you so far. We're in Mercury retrograde, so I would love to see how that energy is treating you so far. Let me know. And how has July been? We're easing on out of Cancer season. So yeah, just let me know how life is going. Before we get started, I want you to ground yourself. Oh, if you need a private reading, they're available 7 days a week at fortunexflow.com. Please follow me on the socials if you want daily tarot scopes. I'm always giving advice to the signs for what they need to know. All right, now let's get started. Go ahead and ground yourself, taking a nice deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. We need to ground before we can get to it, okay? So this new moon in Leo is all about you being who you are. Leo energy is all about being bold, being forthcoming, but also being authentic. Leos are dynamic, they're loud, they're beautiful, but ain't nobody touching them, right? So this is going to just reveal what you need to be tapping into for this season for your highest good, right? Where are you not showing up fully as yourself, right? Where are you afraid to express? That's what we're going to go over in this reading today, okay? So we're going to start, of course, with the fire signs, all right? So let's get started. And so we got reflection. So this season is talking about how you need to be mindful of this is so funny. Okay, before I even talk about mindfulness, I was just telling you about how Leo season is for you to be looking at you and what you're doing. And this is talking about reflecting on that, right? You need to put your energy, fire signs, in things that matter and stop paying attention to things that don't. Also, this is speaking to illusions, right? This is definitely a year to be delusional about your dreams, but also, how are you getting in the way of your progress by saying or telling yourself something that doesn't align or doesn't apply or isn't real, right? Also, I need you also to pay attention to your needs, right? A lot of you are taking care of a lot of other people, but you need to take care of yourself. This is beautiful. The world speaks to how things are coming to an end, right? But also coming all together. There's something beautiful growing and coming for you, but that's why it's important that you sit down and reflect and focus on what it is that you need, all right? Now, for the sign of Leo, this is an opportunity for you to create a plan of action forward so that you can grow. Stop focusing on what you lost. Stop focusing on what you don't have right now, and really tap into what it is that's coming for you, okay? Like, you keep looking at the milk spill is over. What's next, right? You need to let go of that and be open to what the other things that you can receive, okay? Going into my earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Let's see what they're talking about for you. Rebellion. You see, you've been doing things a certain way for so long, and now Spirit is saying it's time for you to do things differently. Like, you keep worrying about what everybody else needs. What do you need, Virgo? What do you want, Taurus? What are you waiting on, Capricorn? This is time for you to tap in. Also, when it speaks to when we speak of rebellion, this is about going against the grain, right? I feel like a lot of you are really focused on how people see you in society, making sure that you say the right things, work the right jobs, wear the right clothes. But now it's time to let go of that, right? You are always going to lead by example because you are a leader. But also, let's talk about the ways that you don't have to conform, right? Again, this is Leo season. Also, new moon in Leo. Be authentic, be confident, going forward into doing the things that you want to do. Also, stop taking on other people's beliefs for your own, right? Whether it's religion, society stuff, finance stuff, find your own voice. You're so focused on what is right or what's deemed right by society that you're not thinking about what is right for you. Now, the Ten of Pentacles speaks of there's going to be some changes in your finances. And I feel like that is going to be the thing that wakes you up to realize like, hey, things aren't always as they seem or always as I think that they should be. There also might be some changes in your family dynamics. Some of you might have to move or some of you might switch jobs. I'm definitely not seeing like this is the end or the worst of everything, but you are going to have to let go of a lot of that negative self-talk and your frustration with yourself based on your progress. Because I'm picking up on like, you want to be further, you want to be bigger, you want to be better, but you don't do none of the work for that anyway. You keep telling yourself that you can't do it. And you're going to have support. Three of Cups speaks to you having support. I feel like your community, there's some alliances and friendships that are going to come and step in and help you in ways that you didn't even imagine. A lot of times that you earth signs can get very dogmatic, very frustrated, very mean. And when I'm saying mean, it's just like you get so stubborn. And it's unnecessary. There's so much more available to you. So much, the world, the universe is not on a budget. But if it's not practical, you don't believe that for yourself. So Spirit is saying that this is a season for you to be open and to see how strong your community is. Let them show you how good things can get. Is basically what God is saying for this, okay? All right, and we're gonna move right on along into my air signs. I don't have a favorite sign. I know you're gonna say I love my Geminis, baby. Oh my God. Okay, because I keep saying in all these videos I do not believe in twin flames, and anytime I'm talking about a Gemini, it's always coming up with twin flames, and I need it to stop. Or also air signs. My husband is an air sign, so maybe that's what it's telling me. But baby, I don't believe in all this stuff. Twin flames, love, like soulmates, all that stuff. Anyway, but what this is speaking to, with this being a new moon for you, the new moon in Leo for you guys, is just you have to find a balance and alignment, not just in your romantic relationships, but with yourself, right? I can see some of you have been neglecting your spiritual needs. Like maybe this is the first time you got some guidance in a while. Maybe you need to go see the lady. Bookings readings are available. But this is just speaking to the fact that like you have to be flexible. You have to be open. You have to take care of yourself. And also you are a mirror. So if you want this love or this opportunity or these things to come into you, you also have to be pushing out that energy as well, right? It's like you might say, hey, I want a healthy partner, but then like you eating junk food and you're not taking care of yourself. You have to, not to say it has to be down to a T, but how are you calling in the energy that you really want, right? And also, how are you balancing everything? It's not just about having your physical body together, but it's also about having your emotions and your mental stamina as well. So be mindful of that. To further explain, I see some of you guys are definitely going to be using this momentum and this energy from the new moon to create something new and go forward and expanding. I definitely am picking up on a move for some of you. I'm picking up on if you're working on a project, more energy is going to be put into that and going forward in the right way. Also, a lot of you are going to be letting go of lies that no longer serve you, stepping away from systems and maybe jobs for some of you. I feel like this Three of Wands is speaking movement so many ways, and it's so crazy what I was just saying. New relationships are coming, new roles are coming, new things are coming that require you to move. And that's really important for you air signs because you can't be still or stagnant too long. But I do feel like you haven't been going in any guided direction, but I do see that that's going to be a thing of the past. You're going to definitely be leveling up and leveling out. Now, this doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Seven of Wands is speaking how you're going to have to fight for your position and make it make sense, but you're capable of that. You love some mental gymnastics, right? And use this new moon energy when it's to stand your ground and stand in your authenticity. Fight for what it is that you want for yourself. Fight for you. Show up for you. And don't focus on how it's perceived by other people. Not that y'all do that a lot, but you know what I mean? Like, don't focus so much on the duality. Focus more on the internal satisfaction that you're getting from having what you are calling out to. Okay. And last, but definitely never the least is our water signs. Ooh, y'all got habit. Well, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Ooh. What's that song, that Beyonce song? It's like a little Zodiac. Her and Tyrese did a little Zodiac song. But this is speaking to that you need to start making some consistent, disciplined action plans for you to level up in the way that you are needing to. Which is so funny because I am a Pisces and I definitely have been trying to get my schedule together. You need some routines, baby. Okay? You need some, and even if you have a routine, you need to tweak and upgrade that routine. And you also need to look at where you're expending your energy. For a lot of you, there's something hemorrhaging in your life, right? Like there's some air escaping out. If you from like where it's cold at, during the winter, you gotta patch up the windows so you don't get that cold air in the house and make your heating bill higher. That's kind of what's going on in your life. There's something that's hemorrhaging and leaking out, and you gotta kind of look and see, hey, what's going on? Also, what's the motivation to these habits? Because that's another thing. I feel like somebody might want to lose weight. Somebody might want to get a new job. Somebody just wants a full level up. That's great, right? Definitely great. But what negative thing, like what things are you letting go of so you can get the things that you want, right? A lot of you might feel stuck or like that you're drained by your routine. Maybe it's like you work your job, the shift is too long, or you're just burnt out from that work. You have to figure out how to untether yourself from this. And I feel like the new moon is going to give you an opportunity to step in to that energy. You definitely burnt out. But a lot of that comes to believing that comes from believing that you won't get better than what you already have, and you have to let go of that. I see a lot of you are having some emotional breakthroughs where you're kind of seeing yourself a little more positively, which is beautiful to see because this Nine of Swords speaks to releasing negative self-talks, and this Ace of Cups speaks to all positivity coming in. So I love that for you guys. A lot of love, a lot of support. But as this is Leo energy, you do need to step into whoever it is that you want to be and whoever it is that you are. But don't worry about what other people are saying about it. And I'm saying this with the Six of Wands in reverse. People might feel that you are like, there's people around you that benefit off of you not knowing who the fuck you are. That's none of your business, right? And a lot of the success that you could have, you don't have because you're too focused on what other people's opinions of you are. You need to let that go so you can fully flourish. That's basically what this is giving. Okay. And let's just pull a collective card for everyone. This new moon is giving inspiration. And this is true. It's time for you to be who you know you are, but you're too afraid to show people you are. What are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do with this energy? How are you going to level up? You don't know? Book a reading. We can talk about it. Guys, I'm so happy to have you here. It is always a pleasure. And check out some of the other videos on the channel. Drop your comments, share with your friends, subscribe, all of them good things. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.